Hare Krishna, Prabhuji, Hare Krishna Mataji, for your association and in our journey to understanding Bhagavad Gita 18 days. We are on chapter 10 today, something very, very relishable and most sweet part of entire Bhagavad Gita, the Bhakti Yoga. And chapter 9, we had some wonderful shlokas, Raj Vidya, Raj Guhyam Pavitram Vidam Uttamam, then Maya Tatam Vidam Sarvam Jagat Bhakti Murtana, then Abjananti Mam Mura, Manushim Tamashita. Whenever I come in human form, people deride me, and Satatam Kirtyanto Mam Yatantash Dhrarbata, firm determination, those who continuously remember and worship me, and Anani Chintyanto Mam Ye Jana Paripaste, then so many beautiful slokas, Patram Pushpam Phalam Toyam Yogi Bhakta. And the last verse, 9.34 was Man Manabhav Mad Bhakto Madhyaji Mam Namaskuru. Mam Avasheshi Yukta Vaivam Atmanam Mad Parayana. Krishna concluded this chapter number 9 with this mind that Man Manabhav Mad Bhakto Madhyaji Nam Namaskuru. Fixed your mind on me and worship me. Now, how to worship Krishna? Because with material eyes, we cannot see Krishna. We cannot know Krishna. We cannot understand his science. So how can we worship Krishna? Through his manifestation. This is the subject matter for chapter 10, in fact. So he says how to remember Krishna, rather, or how to worship him. That is, whenever we see something which is most opulent, most beautiful, most magnificent or sublime, we should be reminded of Krishna. So this is the stage set for chapter number 10, and this is what Lord going to tell us now, how to remember Krishna and how to worship Krishna, because Krishna is in his Goloka Vrindavan and we are here. We can't see Krishna. So through his opulences, we can see him. This is what he is going to tell. So let us pray our obeisances to Shri Radha Govinda, the presiding deity at the ISKCON Temple, Bangalore, and also our obeisances to Namnish Das Prabhuji, by whose mercy we are here receiving the message of Lord Krishna through Arjuna. Om Agyan Timirandhasya Jnananjan Shalakya Chakshurunmilitam Mena Tasmai Shri Gurve Namah. Namo Vishnu Padaya Krishna Peshtaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Vedant Swaminiti Namine. Namaste Saraswati Devi Gaurvani Pracharni Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Paschate Sutarane. Jayo Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advait Gadadhar Shri Pasradi Gaur Bhaktinda. Hey Krishna Karna Sindhu Deen Bandhu Jagatpate Gopesh Gopika Kanta Shri Radha Kanta Namostute. Tapti Kanchan Gaurangi Shri Radhe Vrindavaneshwari Vrashabhanusute Devi Pranamami Hari Piye. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, welcome devotees to today's class. We'll continue our journey. And so the first verse of this chapter says, just a very quick recap of what we heard earlier. What were the 8 questions asked or 8 doubts which Arjuna asked from Krishna in chapter number 8? Can anybody tell? Enumerate? Verse number 7.29 and 30. There were certain technical terms were used by Lord Krishna which Arjuna did not understand. Then he asked those questions in chapter 8. What were those 6 points? Please come out, Prabhuji Mataji. What about Brahman, Karma, Adhyatma, Adibhuti, Adidev, Adiyaj, where is Adiyaj seated, and what happens at the time of leaving the body, how to remember Krishna. So these were the 8 points. Now, this is 10.1. Oh, the Supreme Lord said, my dear friend, mighty Arjuna, listen again to my supreme word, which I shall impart to you for benefit, and which and which will give you great joy. So, significant address is here, my dear friend. Now, Krishna, Arjuna is a surrendered soul. So, Krishna has, out of his mercy, accepted him as a friend again. And in fact, because he's a quiet listener and a jigyasu, wants to put so many spiritual questions or doubts, clear spiritual doubts from Krishna directly. So, he is very compassionate. Mighty armed Arjun, listen again to my supreme word. Now, this is another significant word is listen again, because Lord is repeatedly telling, listen again, hear from me. Now I am going to disclose. So these are the words which are very, very significant from our point of view, because we have to listen from authentic source only, a spiritual master who is from disciplic succession only, not from professional preachers, because devotion can develop only when we have the right message from the right source. So proper, he is in a state of proper devotion now, Arjuna. So what is proper devotion? Pure devotion? It is basically Anya Abhilashita Sunyam Gyan Karmadi Anavratam. Anya Abhilashita, there is no other desire, and it is this devotion is devoid of any kind of karma yoga or gyan yoga. Anukulena Krishna Anushilinam Bhakti Uttamam. The which is favorable to Krishna, and that is considered the pure devotional service or the highest form of devotional service. In this picture, you can see, I think all of you must be remembering, Lord Krishna is sleeping. Duryodhan came to about asking some kind of favor during the war, the battle, and finding him sleeping, he sat at the head end of the bed, and later on Arjuna came and he sat at the foot end of Lord Krishna's bed. And when Krishna gets up, then he first addresses Arjuna, because his eyes fall on Krishna first. Oh, sorry, Arjuna first. So Krishna, of course, saw the Arjuna first, so he addressed him first. But Duryodhan had come, so Duryodhan was very skeptical that he might ask some favor during the battle. So he got up and he said, "No, I came first, and so you have to listen to me first." So of course, Krishna refused that, because if I saw you afterwards. Arjuna came first or later, but I saw him, so I will talk to him. So this kind of attitude of a devotee and a person who is proud of his false opulences or power and strength, this is the attitude. He was a proud person. He was not a devoted or surrendered soul. So Krishna is addressing here Arjuna as my friend, and listen again to my supreme word, which I shall impart to you for your benefit, which will give you great joy. For your benefit, not for Arjuna's benefit, but for the benefit of all of us, because it is through Arjuna that we are receiving this message. So this is because Arjuna is very kind-hearted person, soft-hearted person. He is a pure Vaishnava, and pure Vaishnava is always worried about others' dukha. Vaishnava is always paradukh dukhi. He is always unhappy or sorrowful if anybody around him is suffering. So he is merciful. He is so soft-hearted. That is why he is receiving this message from Lord Krishna directly. And real happiness, in fact, is spiritual happiness. In Krishna consciousness, the real happiness lies. There are people who are so much rich, aristocratic people with all kind of material possessions, but they are really not very happy. We know so many instances where they have committed suicide, and they have gone bankrupt because they could not manage their material wealth or opulences. So this is a quality of a pure Vaishnava, and this has been sung in many times in the scriptures. The next verse comes now. Yeah, anybody would like to read it? This one?
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji.
Yes, Mataji.
न मे विदः सुरगणा प्रभुं न महर्षयः अहमादिर्हि देवानां महर्षिणां च सर्वसः. Hare Krishna, Prabhuji.
Mataji. Nami viduh surgana prabhuvam na mahर्षयः aham adir hi devanam Maharshi Nam Cha Sarvasha. Neither the host of the demigods nor the great sages know my origin or opulence, for in every respect I am the source of the demigods and. Now, Krishna is Adipurus, the primeval Lord. Nothing existed before Krishna. Krishna created all the material and spiritual worlds. He is the creator. How can the creation know about the creator? Because creation came afterwards. Now, similarly, just let us take example of our own family. We have says somebody has a grandchildren. Now, how can grandchildren know about the life or early pastimes, early life or activities performed by his grandfather? He can't know. So that is the succession, because demigods, the material universe, spiritual universe, everything was creation of Lord Krishna. So nobody can understand the real nature and the origin of Krishna. So the host of demigods, not the great sages. There are great sages. We know there are so many great sages in every yuga, but they also do not know my origin. Yes, Mataji. Yoma.
हरे कृष्ण प्रभु जी।
Yoma.
यो माम जम नादिम च वेत्ति लोकम महेश्वरम असम्मूढ़ सस्मत एषु सर्वै पापै प्रमुच्यते। हरे
He who
कृष्ण प्रभु।
knows, he knows me as the unborn, the pure person, as the beginningless, Anadi, Aja, as the Supreme Lord of all worlds. He only undiluted among men is the freed from all sins. So this knowledge of Krishna, that he is primeval Lord, he is the creator of all creations, and he is the supreme personality of Godhead, can relieve one of all sins. But who can know it? Krishna has already said in earlier verses, in previous chapters, that only person who is free from sin can know me, who is pure in heart, who is totally surrendered. And in one of the verses, he said, Bahunam Janmanam Ante Gyan Mam Prapadete Vasudeva Sarvamiti Sa Mahatma Sudurlabha. So Krishna has already said that such Mahatma are Sudurlabha. They are very, very. And another example of that marathon race, we remember that so many hundreds of people they drop out in the middle. Ultimately, only one is able to understand. And Lord says that not the person who has reached that stage is also not able to understand my glory or my name. So Arjuna, he is being now explained about Lord Krishna, about his own glories. Right? So he is beginningless, he is Aj, he is without any beginning, and because he existed before everything, and the Supreme Lord of all, Sarv Loki Maheshwara, he is Sarv, Vetti Lok Maheshwara, he is Lord of all the universes. The seven great sages, and before them the four other great sages, and the Manus, progenitors of mankind, are born out of my mind, and all creatures in these planets descend from them. So he's talking about how the creation took place. We know the Purush avatars, how Krishna expanded into Balram, Sankarsana, and thereafter Vasudev, and then Pradyumna and Aniruddha, and secondary Sankarsana, and Purush avatar, Karnak Dashai Vishnu, Garbhodakshai Vishnu, Chirodakshai Vishnu, and Lord, first living entity born was, of course, Lord Brahma. So now he's mentioning that uh, nobody knows about him. Even the great sages, who were the great sages? Four Kumaras. These are four great sages. First of all, four Kumaras: Sanat Kumar, Sanak Kumar, Sanatan Kumar, and Sadanand Kumar. So these were four Manas Putra of Lord Brahma. They do not know me. Then there are seven great sages. Seven great sages are Kashyap, Patri, Vasishtha, Bharadwaj, Gautam, and couple of more to Vishwamitra and perhaps Jamdagni. So these are seven. So these 11 great sages do not know. The seven great sages, and before them the four great sages. Then the 14 Manus, progenitors of mankind, that is our source of origin, are born out of mind, out of my mind, and all creatures in these planets descend from them. So this is how creation took place. This population or this universe was inhabited. So they are all born out of Krishna. Etam vibhutim yogam cham mam yo veti tattvatah so vikalpena yogena yujyate natra sanshayah. He who knows in truth this glory and power of mind engages in unalloyed devotional service. Of this there is no doubt. Now he is telling that what is required, that one has to know that Krishna is the Supreme Personality of Godhead. He is unborn, he is eternal, transcendental, and he is the source of all creations. Only such a person can render unalloyed devotional service. Unalloyed, we know this is a technical term. What does alloy mean? Can anybody explain what is an alloy?
Alloy.
We read it in
Prabhuji,
chemistry.
it is a mix of metals, compound formed by mixing of two or more metals.
Yes, probably very nice. That's like steel is manganese plus bronze, manganese plus tin rather. Steel is made of these two metals. So alloyed is means something which is mixed. What he's talking, unalloyed devotional service, extremely pure, pristine, pure devotional service. Just now I mentioned the Gyan Karmadi Anavratam, not covered by knowledge, no Gyan Yoga, no Karma Yoga, just pure devotional service. Pure, because pure devotional service doesn't require any devotion, any kind of jnana or any kind of karmic activities. So that is what he's talking about. Only those persons who are full of surrender to me, who constantly remember me, who constantly worship me, and whose hearts are cleared of or nullified all the sins by virtue of, they can only understand by. So Srila Prabhupada is one of the example of such personality. In fact, you can see this picture is also quite relevant. What is happening in this picture? Does anybody know?
Is the Sri Krishna, Lord Sri Krishna? Maybe they went to a Kurukshetra for the battle.
What these two, those Krishna and
Sri Krishna.
Balram.
Okay.
Mataji, this is Mathura, scene from Mathura. Now from Vrindavan and all those places, Lord Krishna and Balram, accompanied by Akrura, they are entering Mathura. So they are so beautiful and magnificent brothers that everybody is, even children are carrying gardens for them. And all the ladies and the inhabitants, male of this, even the animals, birds, they are all having such a beautiful look. Or Krishna is attractive, that is why he is called Krishna. All attractive. That is the meaning of Krishna. So they are so attracted and they are prepared to. They are preparing to welcome him all along. So they are because they are in Srila Prabhupada was a pure devotee. So all these pure devotees like Srila Prabhupada, they are welcoming Lord Krishna because they are charmed by his beauty, exclusive beauty, which they have never seen before. So this is a scene when Krishna reaches, Mathura. Then 10, yes, Mataji, 10.8.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji. Aham sarvasya prabho maktah sarvam pravartate iti matva bhajante mam bodha bhava samvinvitah. Hare Krishna
Aham
Prabhuji.
sarvas prabhu mattah sarvam pravartate iti matva bhajante mam buddha bhav samanvitah. I am the source of all spiritual and material worlds. Everything emanates from me. The wise who perfectly know this engage in my devotional service and worship me with all their hearts because everything has emanated from him. So Krishna says now why we are attracted, to sometimes to a couple of things. Sometimes we are attracted to the wealth of a person, to a strength of a person, maybe knowledge or maybe power of renunciation, and maybe perhaps beauty also. But Krishna has is Bhagavan, Swayam Bhagavan. He is complete, he is representing all beauty, all fame, all knowledge, all strength, all fame, all renunciation. So Krishna is Swayam Bhagavan. He is possessed of all. These all six appearances have come from him. But we in our practical life, we get attracted when some person is very strong, when he has got very famous or very too much wealthy. So what about Krishna? We do not have desire to be attracted towards Krishna. We know these virtues or these appearances of Krishna, but we are material, because of contamination of our soul, we are attracted towards material things only. So uh, why we cannot, because we basically we do not desire to be attracted towards Krishna. We do not desire to render unalloyed pure devotional service to Krishna all the time, right? So that is one of the drawback with us. So this is very nice verse. Aham sarvas prabhu mattah sarvam pravartate it matva bhajanti mam buddha bhav samanvita. Everything has emanated from me, and I am the source or creator of all spiritual and material verse. Yeah, anybody else would like to read? This is verse number 9. So before I proceed ahead, verse number 10.8, 10.9, 10.10 and 11. These are called Chatushloki Gita. These four sloka are the saransh or the net summary of entire Bhagavad Gita. So this Lord is giving this knowledge. Now, we know that in philosophy, Vedic philosophy, there are three components. First is Abhidhe, second is Prayojan, and third is first is Abhidhe, second is first is Sambandh, second is Abhidhe, and third is the Prayojan. Sambandh, that relationship. Now in verse number 10.8, Lord is explaining his Sambandh. Aham sarvasya prabhu matta sarvam pravartate it matva bhajante mam buddha bhavs. And what is our relationship with Lord? Relationship that we are part and parcel of Lord. That Lord is present in our heart as a super soul, and that we are fragmented part of Lord Krishna himself. So this is our relationship basically. He is the creator, we are the creation. He is the master, we are the servant. He is the controller, and we are the control. So we are fragmented. So this is our relationship which Lord is giving the knowledge. This is Sambandha Gyan in verse number 10.8. Then in 10.9, he is giving the Abhidhe or the after Sambandha, how to establish this Sambandha or relationship with Krishna. So this is what he is mentioning here. Yes, Mataji, Pachita, Madhut Prana.
Krishna Prabhuji.
Yes.
Machchitta madgata prana बोधयन्तः परस्परं कथयन्तस्य माम नित्यं तुष्यन्ति च रमन्ति च. Hare Krishna Prabhuji.
Thank you, Mataji. The thoughts of my pure devotees dwell in me. Their lives are fully devoted to my service, and they derive great satisfaction and bliss from always enlightening one another and conversing about me. Every word of this translation is very, very significant. They always think of me. My pure devotees, they dwell in me. They always think of Krishna. They always want to serve him, and their lives are fully devoted to my service. And they derive great satisfaction and bliss from always enlightening one another and conversing about me. This is the relationship which has to be established by a devotee. This is the process that by which this relationship with Lord Krishna can be established. So first, the Sambandha was that he is the creator, we are the rest is the creation, and he is the master, we are the servant, he is the controller, and we are the. Now, how to establish this Sambandha? This process of Sambandha is Abhiyoja. This process of Sambandha is Abhidhe, or the process by which we can establish. By what process? By always thinking of him, by always serving him, and deriving great satisfaction and param ananda or bliss from always enlightening one another, talking and conversing about me. So Srila Prabhupada, you can see on right hand side picture, he is a perfect example of such a pure devotee, because his thoughts were always dwelling in Lord Krishna. At the age of 69, he traveled to United States in a cargo ship, had two cardiac arrest or two kind of rather heart attacks. And he prayed to Krishna, just please keep my body intact so that I can go and fulfill the mission of my spiritual master, Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati, Srila Prabhupada. So that the message of Krishna consciousness can be spread into English-speaking world. So he prayed not for his body, just body, so that the mission of the God, mission of his spiritual master could be. So he was always engaged in Krishna consciousness, always devoted, always serving Krishna. Great, he was always joyful and greatly blissful state, and always, and also in blissful while telling, spreading word of Krishna or science of Krishna amongst even the most fallen souls like hippies at that time, and enlightening one another and conversing. He was always talking Krishna, nothing else. So you can see the joyous, blissful.
Prabhuji, I think we cannot. This video is working, audio is not working, I think so.
Prabhuji, we can't hear you, Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna. Are you not able to hear?
Yeah,
No,
audio is working, but sorry, video is working, but audio we cannot hear what they did.
Now, Mataji. Hare Krishna. Am I audible now?
Yes, Prabhuji, you are audible, but video is not audible.
Video is not audible.
Yes, Prabhuji. Yes. Thank you, Prabhuji. Is audible. Hare Krishna.
So this is the scene from San Francisco. You can see the Jagannath Rath is there, and during such blissful gathering of devotees and so sublime peace and love on the face of Srila Prabhupada, because he is personifying this entire translation. He was always thinking, the thoughts of pure devotees dwell in me. He was all the time occupied with, obsessed with Krishna's name and form. Like in his pastimes, their lives are fully devoted to my service. He said wonderful service, 13 years of his life in West and part in India also, Vrindavana. And they derive great satisfaction and bliss from always enlightening one another. So many fallen souls, they could be, reclaimed to spiritual domain by. So this is the process by which the activity by which, or the process or avidhi by which one can attain, re-establish this sambandha with Lord Krishna. Tesham satat-yuktanam bhastam priti-purvakam dadati buddhi-yogam tam yen mam upyanti te. Dadami buddhi-yogam tam. I give them intelligence so that they can understand and they can come to me. To those who are constantly devoted and worship me with love, I give the understanding by which they can come to me. The truth remains, by our own efforts, we cannot render devotional service unless Krishna's mercy is also there. Because our senses, we learned this in first chapter, that our senses are imperfect. Of the 4 defects, one of that we are, our senses, whatever senses we use in the service of Lord Krishna, unless he is merciful, we cannot. So he gives them understanding. Dadami buddhi yogam tam tesham satat yukta nam means that constantly they engage in the devotional service. Bhajatam means singing and chanting, and priti purvak, priti, this is another condition. Love and devotion is basic of devotional service. So unless we have love for serving Krishna, we are devoted to Krishna, serve Krishna, we cannot. And when we are this, then Lord gives us buddhi yogam. He gives us intelligence so that we can understand Krishna very well. So what is required? Endeavor on the part of devotee is required. Without endeavor, we cannot succeed by our own efforts. I give the understanding by which they can come to me, because now Krishna is not there. So bona fide spiritual master from the disciplic succession, who has learned the science of Krishna directly from Krishna, in a disciplic succession from his spiritual masters. Only then we can understand Krishna. So the importance of having a spiritual master is very, very clearly mentioned here. So now, just a very simple analogy is given here. Now there is a father brings a small cookies for or some chocolate for his small baby, right? Or a small child. Now when out returning from the office in the evening, he offers it to the child. The child eats so deliciously, but also he wants to offer a small piece to his father. Now the degree of bliss that father derives by taking this small share is beyond description. So this same situation is with Krishna, that we have to render devotional service to Krishna, do our with Dradbrata or with firm determination and with a pure heart. Then what happens? Krishna becomes pleased, and then when he is pleased, he also gives us intelligence, like the father is giving pleasure to the small child. So yeah, yes, Mataji.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji.
तेषां
तेषां युक्तं प्रथमम्
तेषाम्
अहम्
एवान् अनुकम्पार्थम् अहम्
अहं
अज्ञानजं तमः
तमः
नाश्यामि आत्मभावस्थो ज्ञानदीपेन
जन्म
भास्वतः.
अस्वत्. Hare Krishna.
Now you can try, no problem.
I'm sorry.
No problem. So, out of compassion for them, I, dwelling in their hearts,
Please.
destroy with the shining lamp of knowledge the darkness born of ignorance. So, this is ultimately the prayojan. Verse number 10 and 11 both are prayojan. This is the prayojan. Tesham satatyuktanam vastam pritipurvam dadami buddhyogam tam. Then what is the prayojan? To get pure devotional service enlightened in our heart. And also tesam evam eva eva anukampartham aham agyan jam tamah nashyami atma bhavastho. That is the darkness of ignorance in the heart is eliminated, or by the because I am present in their heart as a super soul, enlighten that wisdom. Out of compassion for them, I, dwelling in their hearts, destroy with the shining lamp of knowledge the darkness born of ignorance. So a person, we are ignorant, we are materially entangled, so much of sense gratification, always thinking of, our vision is also defective, our senses are defective. So what happens? One makes effort, one realizes that relation or sambandha, then the process is given, and by this process, what happens? The outcome is there, or the prayojan is development of Krishna prema in the heart. So Lord is so there are three tattvas: abhideya tattva, abhideya tattva, that is the relationship. Second is the first is sambandha, that is relationship. Second is abhideya, that is our process of reactivating or re-establishing that sambandha. And third is the prayojan. Prayojan means object. What is the objective for doing this, knowing this relationship through the process? Objective is to develop devotional service or Krishna prema. So these 10.8 to 11, they are also called as Chatushloki Gita, the four slokas of Gita. Their entire Bhagavad Gita is summarized in these four verses. They are very important verses also. Yes, Pataji. Anybody else would like to try?
Hare Krishna Prabhuji.
Yes, Mataji. Sorry.
I would like to try.
Arjun.
Prabhuji.
Yeah, after this.
Arjuna Vacha Param Brahma Param Dhama Pavitram Paramam Bhavan Purusham Shashvatam Divyam Adi Devam Ajam Vibhum Ahustvam Sarve Devarshirnaradastatha Asito Devalo Vyasaha Swayam Cheva Bravishime. Hare Krishna.
Thank you, Mataji. So now this is also very, very, very important verse. Arjuna said You are the Supreme Brahman, the ultimate, the Supreme Abode and Purifier, the Absolute Truth, and the Eternal Divine Person. You are the primal God, transcendental and original, and you are the unborn and all-pervading beauty. All the great sages such as Narad, Asita, Devla, and Vyas proclaim this of you. So, Arjuna is now, after having a full understanding of Lord Krishna's nature, his science, he says he starts praising Lord Krishna. And when there are two friends, one praises another, probably that may be a biased opinion. So in support that he is not because Krishna is my friend, so he's saying all these things, he's supporting his version by quoting what Narad, what Asita Muni, what Devla, Vyas, all they have said. And moreover, now you yourself are declaring it to me. So this is very important here, that now Lord himself is declaring that he is Supreme Brahman. He is the ultimate, the supreme abode and purifier, the absolute truth, and the eternal divine person. You are the primal Lord. That means nobody existed before you. You are the source of everything. You are transcendental. That is material mode, material nature, or three modes of material nature do not touch you. You are the original because none was there before you. And you are the unborn. He appears, he descends from Goloka Vrindavan. He does not take birth in the normal sense of meaning. And all-pervading beauty, the six opulences, and Krishna, name of Krishna means that all attractive, because he was Akarshani. So, and also Krishna, another name, meaning of Krishna is because Krishna had black curly hairs, so he is also called as Krishna. And now you yourself are declaring to me. So what could more be reassuring that not only me, but all the Dev Rishis have also praised that you are Supreme Brahman and Supreme Lord of all worlds. Yes, Prabhuji, you wanted to say.
No, let it be, Prabhuji. I would rather listen.
Okay. Mataji, please continue.
Can I or someone else?
Please continue.
Okay, thank you, Prabhuji. सर्वमेतहृतं मन्ये यन्महावदसि केशव न हि ते भगवन्तव्यक्तिं विदुर्देवा न दानवाः. Hare Krishna, Prabhuji.
Oh Krishna, I totally accept as truth all that you have told me. Neither the demigods nor the demons, O Lord, can understand your personality. Now he is fully convinced. Not earlier he was praising, now he is fully convinced because Lord Krishna himself has said, yeah, Mataji. Swayam evatmanatmanam. Yes, Mataji.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji.
Yes.
मनात्मानं वेत्य त्वं पुरुषोत्तमं भूतभावनभूतेस् देव जगत्पते. Hare Krishna, Prabhuji.
Indeed, you alone know yourself by your own internal potency. O Supreme Person, origin of all, Lord of all beings, God of gods, Lord of... So now he is in a state of ecstasy. Arjuna is so... He is in a bhav bhakti state now, in fact. So he is saying that, yes, I believe what you say and I accept everything that you have told me, and that you are Supreme Personality of Lordhead, ultimate Brahman, Supreme, Sublime, Aj, that is unborn, and you are the source of all gods, all kind of creations. So that next verse is not given here. How should I meditate on you? In what various forms are you to be contemplated? O blessed Lord, 10.17 says. Now you have told everything about yourself, your opulences, your transcendence, everything is explained by you. But how to know you? In what forms should one remember you, or should contemplate or think upon you or meditate upon you? Tell me again in detail, O Janardana Krishna, of your mighty potencies and glories, for I never tire of hearing your ambrosial words. This is another beautiful acceptance, that tell me again and hear me again. Krishna, now I meditate, in what various forms are you to be contemplated, or how to think upon you, and tell me your mighty potencies and glories, for I never tire. So if pure disciple is never tired of listening from instructions from his spiritual master and also following them. And your mighty potency. Now, see, Lord has given so many, technical terms. I'm prime Lord and I'm the creator and all these things. So, what are the potencies through which he is claiming to be? So, this Arjuna is inquisitive to know that your potencies and glories, please explain to me in great details now. So, Lord now says, and what are these pictures are given here? If somebody would like to, please, anybody can unmute himself and explain what is happening in these pictures. First, I'll take up this picture. Who is here in the center of the picture?
Shri Krishna,
Lord
Lord Shri
Krishna.
Krishna.
Lord Krishna. And what is this written all around here? You can't read, but it is
Krishna
Hare Krishna.
Mahamantra.
Yeah,
Krishna
yes, yes,
Mahamantra, Hare
very
Krishna,
nice.
Hare
This is Hare
Krishna, Krishna
Krishna.
Krishna, Hare Hare.
Hare Ram, Ram, Ram. This is
Ram Ram Ram.
Mahamantra. So he's at the center. Now, who is this on the top left here?
It's a Yagya Maharaj, no?
Lord Indra.
Lord Indra. Acha, Indra,
He's
yes. Indra, sir.
king of gods. Then this figure,
Lord Shiva.
Lord Shiva.
yes, Prabhuji. And
Lord Shiva.
who is this here? Elephant.
Airavata.
So Eravat,
Ram.
Lord
Hello.
Indra, then Lord Shiva, and what is this here? White
Is the moon?
moon. Yes. What is this horse name?
Pushpa.
Pushpa. Yes, Prabhuji, very nice.
Wow.
Pushpa. What is this written here?
Om.
Om.
Om. And what is this? These flowers represent here?
It's a cherry blossom.
Spring season. Mataji.
Spring season, yes. Cherry blossom. Spring
Yeah.
season.
And this, who is this sage? Incarnation of
Buddha.
Lord Buddha. Who is here?
Ram.
Lord Bhagwan Ram. And who has this Chaturmukhī?
Brahma.
Lord
Brahma.
Brahma. And who is here?
Narad Muni.
Narada.
Muni.
And this one, this bird?
Garudji.
Garudji.
Garud.
Garudji. And behind Narad Muni, great
So,
warrior.
Arjuna.
Arjuna.
Arjuna, yes, great warrior Arjuna.
Okay.
And this sage?
Vedvyasji.
Yeah, Ved Vyasji. And this with folded hand, this child?
Prahlad.
Prahlad
Prahlad Maharaj.
Maharaj. Prahlad Maharaj, nice, very nice. And this fish?
Oh,
Shark. The sharp teeth, you can see she's a shark. And next to shark, who is this one? Peacock?
yes, peacock.
Peacock.
Kartikeya.
Lord
Kartikeya.
Kartikeya, very nice. Lord Kartikeya. Sorry. Then this one, demigod, with rope and in water.
Oh,
Lord
Yamaraj.
Varun.
Varuna.
Why?
Lord Varun, yes.
Lord.
And this one, next to Lord Varun.
Yamaraj.
Yamra. No. Yamraj is not.
Next to, yes, Yamraj.
Yamraj.
And you can see this snake here,
Yeah, we can see.
Vasuki.
Vasuki.
Yes. And this is line, of course, everybody knows. And who is this god holding a pot in his hand? Kuber,
Kuber.
Kuber.
lord of wealth, right? And
Yes.
and this figure, you probably may not be knowing, is Chitratha, the master of fine arts and music and singing. Chitratha. And ultimately, who is here? Lord?
Lord Vishnu.
And what is the name of this snake? Sheshnag. And this is the
Sheshnag.
personality for Godhead surrounded by Hare Krishna Mahamantra. So Lord says that Arjuna has asked that how can I know explain to me your mighty potencies and glories, for I am never tired of hearing you. So these are the potencies and These are all expansions, plenary portions, portions of the plenary portions, or expansions of Lord Krishna, which we can have in this form, which is visualized in this form. So there are basically 82 opulences which Lord says that I am, it can be understood or can be seen through them that I am there. The blessed Lord said, yes, I will tell you my splendorous manifestation, but only of those which are prominent, O Arjuna, for my opulence is limitless. So these are in verse number 21 to 38, these 82 appearances are given, that of the Adityas, I am Vishnu, of the light, I am Sun, among the Marutis, I am Marichi, stars, I am the moon, Vedas, I am Samved, demigods, I am Indra, of the senses, I am the mind, and living being, I am the living force, and I am the Rudras, I am the Lord Shiva, and Yakshas and Rakshasas, I am Kuvera, and of the priest, I am the Brahaspati, generals, I am the Skanda, bodies of water, I am ocean, sages, I am Bhragu, vibrations, I am Om, sacrifice, chanting of holy name, Japa, the biggest sacrifice, of course, is chanting of holy name, of the immovable things, Himalayas, and holy figs, Ashwatha, that is the tree. Then he says, this continues here, shark, of the fishes, I am the shark, which is, so what he means to say, the main point here is, whatever is most beautiful, whatever is most extraordinary, whatever is most sublime and magnificent, that is Krishna, or a representation. So these potencies and glories, if one can see, when one sees, he should think of Krishna. That is the purpose. Of flowing rivers, Ganges, and there is one thing of poetry, he is the Gayatri mantra. Of the months, he is a Marchi, which is called November, something between 15 November to 15 December. This is Marchi's month, is represented, one of the considered to be the most pious and holy month, and many activities take place during this month. So of cheats, he is gambling. Of splendid, he is splendor. Of strong, he is strength. Vasudeva, descendants of Vrishni. So in verse number Arjuna, of Pandavas, he is Arjuna. Of sages, he is Vyas Muni. Thinkers, he is Usan, and rod of chastisement and punishment. Victory seekers, he is morality, because victory seekers have to fight with a sense of morality. Of secrets, he is the silence, and the wise, he is the wisdom. So these are 82 qualities which are mentioned here, and Lord Krishna says that these are my opulences through which you can know me, you can understand me. So, yes, this Yachapi sarvabhutanam bijam tad aham arjuna na tad asti vina yatsyan maya bhutam charascharam. Furthermore, Arjuna, I am the generating seed of all existence. There is no being, moving, or unbeing that can exist without me. So this is a very powerful declaration from Lord Krishna. I am the Bijam Tad Aham Arjuna. Now, how does, why is he's calling himself the Bij Pradaprita? Because when the soul departs the body, along with soul, the subtle body moves. Then when Krishna looks at its, has a glance over the soul, then immediately the material nature or the Prakriti fashions the body suitable to that person or what Krishna has instructed. So he is Bij Prataprata. He is the father of. So I am the generating seed of all existence. All existence, not only living being, everything. No being, moving or non-moving, that can exist without me. So this is a bold declaration of Lord Krishna. We are material persons. No, can we say that the house cannot run without me, or my office will cease to function if I leave my office? We cannot say, but Lord is saying there is no being moving or ongoing that can exist without me. That is, we are existing because of Lord Krishna. Now, just to support this concept, soul is the Anu part of Lord Krishna, who is Vibhu. Soul is the source of our consciousness. As soon as the dead material body is dead, the soul leaves. There is no consciousness, right? So whatever consciousness is ours is consciousness is a feature of soul, and soul is representative of Krishna. As soon as soul leaves or the Krishna leaves this body, it becomes dead matter. It becomes a simply dead matter only. So, but why we are not able to concentrate on Krishna? Because we do not have desire. We are so materially motivated and want to enjoy our senses separate from Krishna. We don't want to enjoy with Krishna. But whereas Krishna has very boldly said that he is the supreme enjoyer. So we have to enjoy. Hare Krishna. Am I audible? Is it okay?
Yes, Prabhuji, you are audible. It's okay.
So he is a generative.
Prabhuji, yes.
Can we say that as I mentioned, can we say that my house will not run if I leave? We cannot say, because Lord is governing everything. Lord is running everything. Krishna says that Mam Ekam, that I'm the only one. Arjuna also says that Tvam Ekam, you are the only one. So we have to understand that this wavelength, and we have to accordingly worship Krishna, Lord Krishna. So the next verse, sorry. Yes, 10.40. In 10.39, there is one more fact which is mentioned, which has to be mentioned, that there are certain feminine characters. There are 7 characters which rather features or attributes which were present in full in Radharani. And what are those? These are common to all female living entities. And what are those 7 features? That there is, ladies possess fame. They possess, prosperity, memory, intelligence. Then thereafter they have got courage, and they have the power of forgiveness. And these all 7 powers were present in full in Radharani. Like 6 opulences of Lord Krishna, they were all beauty, all fame, all renunciation, all strength, all power, all wealth, all. So all these, similarly, these Lord says that my feminine nature possesses all these things. And Radharani is, of course, Aladni Shakti of Lord Krishna himself. So here he is just mentioning that I will speak, O mighty conqueror of enemies, there is no end to my divine manifestation. What he has told, only some of the prominent, there is a spark. When there is a fire, there is a small spark. Qualitatively, 2 things are same. But quantitatively, spark is very, very insignificant and very minute. So Lord Krishna here is saying that what I have told you is just a spark, just few of my prominent opulences or glories, because those glories are limitless. That can't be explained. O mighty conqueror of enemies, there is no end to my divine manifestations. Whatever creation we see in material world, everything is creation created by Lord Krishna. So all they are manifestations. What I have spoken to you is but a mere indication of it is just a trailer, like in pictures, initially trailers are released. So this is just a trailer. You can't see you can't understand or know the entire film or my infinite opulences. Yes, 41. Yes, Mataji. Prabhuji,
Hare
you would
Krishna,
like to read?
Prabhuji.
Yeah.
Okay.
Anybody would like to read? Prabhuji, you wanted to read? Let's recite. Okay, please continue, Mataji.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji. Yad विभूति मत्स्य सत्वम मधुर्जित वा ततक्त देवावगच्छ त्वं मम तेजो अहम संभवम्.
यद यद विभूतिमत् सत्वम श्रीमद ऊर्जितम एव तद्दत् एव गच्छातं मम तेजोम संभवम. Mam tejo ashrambhamam. Know that all opulent, beautiful and glorious creations spring from but a spark of my splendor. But why we don't want to understand Krishna? Because we have no desire, because we have no purity in our thoughts and our mind. So that is why we don't want to understand And whereas Lord is clearly mentioning all these features of opulences, and he has mentioned just a few of his opulences, because those are numerous and limitless. अथवा बहुने नैतेन किम यातेन तब अर्जुना विष्टभ्याहमिदं कृत्स्न मे कांशेन स्थितो जगत. But what need is there, Arjuna, for all this detailed knowledge? With a single fragment of myself, I pervade and support this entire universe. After explaining so much of knowledge about himself, his opulences, his his potencies and his splendor, he says now there is no need to know me, because that shall amount to simple knowledge. Knowledge results into conviction, and conviction results into faith, and that faith results into devotional service. So this is a sequence. So by a fragment of his energy, everything is happening. Everything is created, and everything is running in a disciplined manner all over the universes, whether it is the spiritual world or it is a material world. So he is ultimately, the indication here is that he is the creator, he is the maintainer, and he is the ultimate annihilator. And with a single fragment of myself, you can see Lord Krishna is here in Vishnu form, Chaturbhuji form, and what is he doing? He is present in the heart of all living entities, birds. You can see that small spark all over here, and these are animals, birds, aquatic life, human beings, tree. Every living entity has got the super presence of. So he is maintaining all this, not only this material nature, but also all living and non-living entities on the earth. But Krishna says there is no need to know about it. Just visualize me through my potencies which are manifest. So now after this is a stage which is set for next chapter, the universal form. Now, when Lord has said that I have created all these universes, I have created this material universe, I have created this spiritual universe, all the demigods, all the planets, all the living entities, all that is, and all that be in future. So Arjun will again be confused now in chapter 11. He wants to see what is that form which you are talking about, because I can see you as a person or a living entity standing before me and talking to me. How everything comes to you. And Lord, in chapter number 9 also, he mentioned that I have created everything, and everything rests in me, but I'm not in them. So this Achint Abhed Jiva Goswami's philosophy, he is going to disclose or display in the next form, that is universal form, chapter number 11. So we come to end of this chapter. As you will probably appreciate, chapter number 7, 8, and most beautiful chapter number 9. So many nice slokas and sweet slokas worth remaining and revealing also for all of us. So this we have completed today. So the summary is Krishna is unknowable and source of all. He is unknowable because nobody can understand him. Mahunam janmanam jnanvan ma prapadyate vasudeva sarva iti Sam Mahatma Sudurlabha. He is unknowable because nobody can understand Krishna. Because how we can know? Because the Krishna is giving us buddhi only, or he is giving us intelligence to understand that his relationship, or understand the mode of devotional service that we have to render. But because Creator cannot be understood by the creation. That is the reason. Name viduh surgara. Nobody knows me. Pure bhakti, the essence of Bhagavadgita is pure bhakti. Mat chitta mat gata prana. And Arjuna accepts Krishna's supreme position, and he surrenders, yes, sarvam etat ritam manye. Then he accepts Krishna. Then he requests him to show some of his potencies. So Lord Krishna describes some of the vibhutis or potencies. And divya hi atma vibhutaya. So this is the end of the chapter 10. And now in the chapter 11, Arjun will again ask, please show me all that you have mentioned in chapter 10. So we come to end of this chapter. Hare Krishna, Prabhuji and Mataji. If there is any doubt or you would like to ask any questions, I shall be try to answer your doubt or query, or any addition or suggestion or observation, whatever you wish to say, please. Complete silence, no comments, no opinions. Am I audible?
Yes.
Yes, Prabhuji.
Is there any doubt about what Krishna has said now? So
Prabhuji.
we have covered almost two-third part of Bhagavad Gita, and the questions that I were asked on the day 1 and day 2, I did not deliberately answer. I just said that please wait and see what Lord Krishna is saying. So now we have heard how he is the source of everything, demigods, creation, everything is moving as per his direction, or as through his energy. He is seated there in Golaka Vrindavan, and everything is happening because his energy is there, which is energizing. He is energetic, and the rest, we are the energetic, and he is the energy which is running all this show. Yes, Prabhuji, you are asking something.
Yes, Prabhuji. Today we have finished well in time, so I have a question hovering in my mind since yesterday.
Yeah,
I could not ask because we were running short of
time
time.
was way of
Can I ask it now,
Yeah,
Prabhuji?
sure, Prabhuji, no problem. Previous chapter related to?
Okay. No. It is not related to the chapter, but it is somehow an essence which I'm seeing in my practical own life. I had seen and related to Bhagavad Gita and Krishna Bhakti also. Okay, so the question goes like this. Uh, with respect to my grandmother, okay, so I had seen her growing up, and she was an astute bhakta of Lord Krishna. So much so that I saw her that every time she used to pray, think of him, go to satsangs wherein there used to be kirtan. She used to wear the same mala which you are wearing. She used to do japa with mala. Okay. However, when I distinctly remember the other aspect of her, that she was not a nice person at heart. She was quite, I should not say this word, but then she was shrewd. She did not like the fact that people would do, for even even her own son, she did not like the fact that, he was excelling, he was doing good in his life. There was jealousy in her. I could notice that clearly. And I had asked her also sometimes that, Granny, that you are doing this uh, bhakti of so much, you are into Lord Krishna, that how come you are having so much of negative attributes in you? How come you are not able to drop this attribute? So see, before even dying, she was so jealous. She was thirsty about material wealth. So my query to you, Prabhuji, is that in spite of being such an astute bhakta of Prabhuji, of Lord Krishna, why was it so that she was so engrossed into materialism and she could not tolerate the goodness of her own son, which her son was doing? Then some more points he used to say, points, let's say some secret points about the family, and disclose about the weaknesses of our family to the other people. So these negative things were very predominant in her. I kept wondering until now I have not found the answer to my question, that if she was such an astute bhakta of Lord Krishna, why was she, possessing all these negative attributes in her? So I would, something I would want to know your opinion, Prabhuji, your knowledge on this.
Prabhuji, in fact, the basic thing we have to understand why we acquire certain kind of nature or certain mode of material nature. So, are we having mode of ignorance? Are we in the mode of passion or in the mode of goodness? And as we have seen so far, that these modes are predominant at particular time. There is a phasic variation so far as modes are concerned, and sometimes two modes together become predominant and person acts accordingly. So this impression is carried from many millions of births, previous births, carried to this form, and now out of his her Sukratis, or she got a human form. And in this human form, there was a chance to nullify all those negative aspects which she had inherited from the previous births. But the predominance of mode of ignorance, I cannot exactly say, but it is what I have heard from you, that she was in a mode of ignorance as well as passion. Ignorance that apparently she was doing all kind of worship and doing jap and chanting and worshipping Lord Krishna and doing all Vaishnava following all Vaishnava etiquettes. But the basic thing is that predominance of material nature. Lord does not interfere person's material nature. He, as a super soul, he wants that everybody should return back to Godhead and back to the original place or original home. But the thing is that predominance of material nature forced her to act in this behavior, though apparently she was in a, probably had she not been doing in the worship of Lord Krishna, probably she would have been worse, much worse than what
Okay,
we saw.
so Prabhuji, I think I understood you partially. So thing is that it was a effect of the previous births which probably she was carrying on with her. Is it
Yeah, that is true.
the bad karma or the prarabdha from the previous births?
Very true.
Is it so?
Yeah, that is true.
Okay.
It is, and we are also carrying lot of
Thank you,
luggage.
Prabhuji. Thank you.
Lot of baggage we are carrying from previous births. We do not know it. But Krishna
Yes,
knows
yes.
everything. He knows the present, past, and future of every one of us because he is in the heart. He has been our heart in every birth altogether. So he remembers. And this is what happened with Arjuna. He told Arjuna that, yes, I remember everything. When there was a controversy, how come Lord God, Sun God of Vivaswan is your senior? You are my contemporary. How could you have told Bhagavadgita to Vivaswan? So, because in that time he told that we have changed many body forms. You have changed many body forms, but your body was material, so you don't remember.
अच्छा मैं समझ गई थी अब ना उतारे कोई अच्छा नहीं उतर दिया मैं तो कितने दिन लगी रही थी ਜਦੋਂ टिक्की पै गई जरूर
Please mute yourself. So that is the story. We do not know what we are carrying and what shall be the impact of it and how shall we respond to those our burden and luggages which are bearing. So that is the fact. In fact, she was a pious soul that got a human body. God gave her a chance to recover and come back, but she lost this chance.
Yes, so crux of the matter, Prabhuji, what I could understand is just we keep doing our bit in the present life. We keep doing our bit of bhakti, we keep doing our bit of goodness, and we show our bit of unconditional love as much as we can, not thinking about what was there in the past and what is going to come up in future. Just keep following the path shown by the Lord and just keep loving Him as much as possible. Things will all fall in place. That is the crux, right, Prabhuji?
Yes, Prabhuji, this is what Lord has said, that keep on chanting. This is the biggest sacrifice in this Kali Yuga, age of iron, and all your sins, all your impurities of heart will be nullified with pure heart. So that is the
Right, Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna.
Thank